I want you to observe this picture for a few minutes. Here you see a girl closing her ears with her hands. She doesn't want to listen to her mother. Another young girl here is a little bit irritated and annoyed. Maybe her mother is saying something which she doesn't like. Many a times we also do like that at our homes. In school we do it sometimes when our parents or teachers, when they want to correct us and say certain things, you don't want to accept it. You immediately get angry, irritated, annoyed. So, what does God say today to us? Don't give up when He corrects you. He means it refers to God here. Don't give up when He corrects you. We easily accept a God who loves and provides for us. It's very natural. Whenever God gives us whatever we ask for, and whenever God loves us unconditionally, we love that. We like it. But we have a difficult time when God corrects us. When God corrects us, we do not want to accept it. Like how our parents or teachers, when they correct us, we don't want to accept it. God's discipline is never meant to hurt us. It is meant to correct us. Is there something the Lord is correcting you about today? Does God bring to you or emphasize some area in which you need correction? Don't harden your heart. Accept His words of correction and reap the peace and wholeness that comes from obedience. So, my dear students, don't miss a moment of divine correction. So, please don't miss it. If you miss God's correction today, you are going to mess up your life. Don't give up when He corrects you, or don't give up when God corrects you. A new concept today, Cambridge approach. Cambridge approach. So this is found on page number 83. 83. Okay. We have already seen Fisher's quantity theory of money. Fisher's quantity theory of money. That is when we started this. First, we saw the Fisher's quantity theory of money. Today, we are going to see the Cambridge approach. Why is it called as Cambridge approach? Because this approach was given by Cambridge economist. It was given by Cambridge economist. Have you heard about this word Cambridge? Surely you would have heard about this word because there is a very, very famous university in Cambridge, School of Economics. It is a university in Cambridge in United Kingdom. So the economists who studied in this university are called as Cambridge economists, and the ideas of the Cambridge economist is given as the Cambridge approach. So Cambridge approach is given by Cambridge economists. So who are the Cambridge economists? You must be wondering, who are the Cambridge economists? There are many, but to name a few, Marshall, A.C. Pigou, Robertson. They are all studied in Cambridge University. Then, of course, Keynes also. Okay. So Cambridge approach, there are two Cambridge approaches. One is called as the Marshall's equation and the other one is called as the Keynes equation. So according to the Cambridge economists, people spend only a part of their total income at a particular point of time and not the total income. Okay. So whenever we get an income, we do not spend the entire income. We save or we store a part of our wealth. So this is what the Cambridge economists or the Cambridge approach says. That is, people spend only a part of the total income at a particular point of time and they do not spend their entire income. And people hold only that part of money or that part of income as cash, which they spend on goods and services for satisfying their wants. So people try to hold a certain part of their income to spend on goods and services. So the main difference between the Fisher's equation and the Cambridge approach is that in the Fisher's equation, money was considered as a medium of exchange. Whereas here, money is considered as a store of wealth. There are many functions of money we have already seen. Money serves as a medium of exchange or a store of value. So Fisher's quantity emphasized on money as a medium of exchange, whereas the Cambridge approach emphasizes money as a store of value. So here in this Marshall's equation, we are going to see the relationship between the demand for money and the supply of money. That was already seen in Fisher's quantity theory also, demand side and the supply side, the left hand side and the right hand side. Likewise here also we are going to see the demand side as well as the supply side. So the Cambridge economist gave two equations. One is called as the Marshall's equation and the other one is called as the Keynes equation. So let's see, they've also given Pigou's equation and Robertson equation also. But today we are going to see only two equations which is there in our textbook. The first one is Marshall's equation and the second one is Keynes equation. So Marshall's equation. So Marshall's equation is given as M is equal to KPY. All these questions will be asked in the one word Marshall's equation. So you have to memorize or remember this equation. Marshall's equation is M is equal to KPY. M equal to KPY, where M stands for the quantity of money, Y the aggregate real income of the community, P is called as the purchasing power of money, and K the fraction of the real income. What do you mean by fraction of the real income? Public desire to hold in the form of money, the money which the public desire to hold as money. So again, I would like to say that Marshall equations, M is equal to KPY, where M is the quantity of money, that is the amount of money in an economy. Y is called as the aggregate real income of the community. So what do you mean by real income? Real income is the amount of money you have and the buying power of the money. So real income is the amount of money that you have and the buying power of that money. What do you mean by that? Suppose if I am earning 1000 rupees today, okay, now we are in 2020. For 1000 rupees, I get one bag of rice, 125 kg bag of rice. Okay, so my income is, money income is 1000. My real income is one bag of rice. Okay, 25 kg bag of rice. The same 1000 rupees in 2000. Okay, so the money income is constant. In 2000, I got rupees 1000, and in 2020 is also, in 2020 also, I'm getting rupees 1000 as my income. There is no change in my income. Are you able to understand? In 2000, I got 1000 rupees as income, and in 2020, my income is 1000. That means the money income is constant. There is no change in my income. But whereas now for that 1000 rupees, I am able to buy one bag, 25 kg bag of rice in 2020. Whereas in 2000, if I give 1000 rupees to the shopkeeper, I was able to buy two bags of 25 kg rice. So in 2000, my real income is 2 bags of rice, whereas in 2020, my real income is 1 bag of rice. So, which is better? Which is better? 2000. Year 2000 is better because the cost of the rice bag was only 500. But now, due to inflation, the cost of rice has become 1000 rupees. So that is what is called as the real income. The amount of goods that you are able to buy with the money, the buying power of money only is called as the real income. So real income is the amount of money you have and the buying power of that money. So you can understand now better. Real income can go up or down. So there can be a change in the real income. It can either increase, it can go up, or it can come down. So when real income increases, the person's purchasing power is also increasing. That is, person is able to buy more. Okay, when a person is able to buy more, that means the real income goes up. When the real income comes down, or when the real income decreases, that means the purchasing power also decreases. Are you able to understand? So there is a direct relationship between real income and purchasing power. When real income increases, purchasing power increases. When real income decreases, purchasing power decreases. So what relationship is that? It is a direct relationship between real income and purchasing power. On the other hand, okay, there is an inverse relationship between income and inflation. There is an inverse relationship between income and inflation. When the income level remains constant, okay, the income level is constant, 1000 rupees in 2000 and the same 1000 rupees in 2020. Real income, or the, I'm sorry, when the level of income remains constant, and if inflation is there, if inflation increases, there will be a decrease in the purchasing power. If there is inflation, now in 2020 there is inflation, so my purchasing power has fallen down. I am able to buy only 1 bag of rice, whereas with the same level of income in 2000, the cost of 1 rice bag was only 500 rupees. That means the inflation is down, and so my purchasing power increases. I'm able to buy 2 bags of rice. Are you able to understand? So there is an inverse relationship between inflation and the purchasing power. Inverse relationship between inflation and the purchasing power. Whereas there is a direct relationship between real income and purchasing power. Okay, or you can also say there is an inverse relationship between money income and inflation. Okay, so all these are not in your textbook. Your textbook has only this part is there in your textbook, but I just wanted you to get a better understanding about what is real income. So real income is the buying power of money. Okay, P is called as the purchasing power of money. P is called as the purchasing power of money. So purchasing power of money is the amount of goods and services that can be purchased with a unit of currency. The amount of goods and services that you can buy with 1 unit of currency is called as the purchasing power of money. And K is called as the fraction of the real income, or K is the fraction of the real income which the public desire to hold in the form of money. So each term I have explained thoroughly. M is the quantity of money, Y is the aggregate real income of the community, P is the purchasing power of money, and K is the fraction of real income which the public desire to hold in the form of money. So Marshall's equation can also be given like this. From this equation, okay, you're isolating the price, or you're bringing the price to the left hand side. So P is equal to M by Ky. From this equation, P is equal to, M is already there on the left hand side, M. So when the K and Y goes to the other side, it becomes division. Multiplication becomes division. So P is equal to M by Ky. Now I have taken the reciprocal of P. I have taken the reciprocal of P. What is the reciprocal of P? 1 by P is equal to Ky by M. Okay. So this is there in your textbook. Thus the price level P is equal to M by KY, or the value of money. This is called as the value of money, or the reciprocal of the price. Reciprocal of price is given as 1 by P. 1 by P is called as the value of money. So the value of money or the reciprocal of P is equal to KY by M. The value of money in terms of this equation. So from this equation, how can you find the value of money? Value of money can be found out by dividing the total quantity of goods which the public desire to hold. This is the total quantity of goods. KY is the total quantity of goods which the public desire to hold out of the total income divided by the total sum of money. So how do you find this? This is called as the value of money. 1 by P is called as the value of money. How do you find the value of money? It is the reciprocal of the price. So the reciprocal of price is given as 1 by P. So when it becomes the reciprocal, it automatically this also changes, ky by P. So what do you mean by this? From this equation, the value of money, this is called as the value of money. 1 by P is called as the value of money. Okay, so value of money in terms of equation can be found out. How can you find out the value of money? By dividing the total quantity of goods. This is called as the total quantity of goods which the public desire to hold out of the total income. Okay, out of the total income, how much the people would like to store, how much the people would like to hold out. That is only called as KY. So it is found out by dividing the total quantity of goods which the public like to hold out divided by the total supply of money. So in short, you can say the value of money is found out by dividing the total quantity of goods divided by the total supply of money. So according to Marshall's equation, the value of money is influenced not only by changes in the money M, but also by changes in K. So what does Marshall conclude? Marshall says that the value of money is not influenced by M alone, it is also influenced by K. K is the fraction of the real money or the fraction of the real income which people try to hold as money in the form of money. So according to Fisher's equation, the price level was determined by the quantity of money. Whereas here, Marshall says that K also plays an important role in deciding the price or the inflation. So the value of money is not determined only by M, it is also determined by K. Did you all understand, girls? So this is called as Cambridge approach. Under Cambridge approach, you have two equations. One is Marshall's equation and the other one Keen's equation. So far we have seen only Marshall's equation. Marshall's equation can be expressed as M is equal to KPY. From this equation, you can isolate price and bring it as P is equal to M by KY, or the reciprocal of P is called as the value of money. The reciprocal of P is called as the value of money. So 1 by P is equal to KY by M. So how do you find out the value of money? The value of money is found out by dividing the total quantity of goods divided by the money supply. So Keynes says that price is not influenced only by M, price is also influenced by K. So what is K? K is the fraction of real income in which the public desire to hold in the form of money. K is the fraction of income which the public desire to hold in the form of money. So in this equation, the function of money, the most important function of money is store of value. People like to store a part of their real income. In Fisher's quantity, the main emphasis was money as a medium of exchange. Here, they say that money acts as a store of value. So we will stop with Marshall's equation and then I will continue with the Keen's equation.